Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and salutations. This is Anderson, the irradiated gamer, and we have emerged into the light of the Commonwealth with some Fallout 4. Listen to that orchestral music. What a scene it sets. What a mood it evokes. We are here with what I think will be a pretty special playthrough. I've already played the game for quite a bit, actually. I would say I've gotten to, I don't want to say the midway point. I've gotten to the point where we have met all of the players who will be making a difference here in the Commonwealth. And while I was enjoying myself, I thought, I've reached that kind of point where I reach in most Bethesda games where there's just so much to see, so much to do. You're really just hopping back and forth, through your Pit-Boy, using that fast travel, not really exploring the world, just trying to, because there's so much available to you at that point where you're not really taking the time to explore, to see your surroundings. So I said, well, okay, let's redo that. And this is after many hours of playing time, many hours of recording time. There were definitely some good moments in my original playthrough, which is for the PS4, that perhaps will never see the light of day. Because I'm starting this about a week after launch, and on the PC, so, we've got that graphical fidelity going on, that sweet, silky smooth 60 frames per second. So what I decided to do is do a playthrough that I think will capture what it means to, I don't want to say survive in the wasteland, but definitely to explore and see the wasteland. So I'm calling this one the Soul Survivor Wasteland Exploration. And the way this is going to work is this: there's one big rule. There will be no fast traveling in this playthrough. Zip, zero, zilch. Let me rephrase that. There will be 99% no fast traveling. There are certain sections in the game where you have no choice but to fast travel. But for the majority of the playthrough, the great majority of the playthrough, there'll be no fast traveling. And when we get to the places where you cannot fast travel, I will tell you how we're going to do that. So it's going to be almost the same as no fast traveling. If you've played through the game quite a bit, if you've met everyone, you know what I'm talking about. There's two factions where fast traveling can be interesting. One doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and the other one makes a weird sci-fi sense. But in any case, that's the main thing, no fast traveling. So that means we're going to be actually traveling around through the wasteland. The second thing, or the other things is that I'm going to be traveling alone, but there's an asterisk on there. I'm going to be traveling alone with no human companions. The only companion we're going to have with us, except where the game obviously gives you a companion, is with Dogmeat. Apparently there's a glitch. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's something that's going to be patched or whatnot. If it's a glitch, definitely it's going to be patched. Where you can take a perk that buffs yourself while you are alone. And the thing about it is that the perk works with Dogmeat, who is the dog companion in this game. I think every Fallout that Bethesda has done has had a dog companion. I know what the Fallout New Vegas was. Well, that wasn't them. Fallout New Vegas was Rex that you got from the King, and then the one before that, maybe the dog was also named Dogmeat. I don't know. I don't really remember, but you definitely got a dog companion in the first Fallout. I remember using him in one of the locations. I think it was like where you were searching for Lincoln's shit or whatever, and he helps and he sniffs out cool stuff. But yeah, the perk works with Dogmeat, so you take reduced damage, you have an increased carry weight, but you can also have Dogmeat with you. To make it seem a little bit more fair, I'm not going to give Dogmeat anything. The only thing Dogmeat is going to get is armor. Okay, I will give Dogmeat some dog armor, but he will not be carrying anything, right? I feel like that's one of the main reasons why you get a companion. So one, that can do some damage, and two, so you've got 200 more pounds worth of carry weight. We won't be doing that. I also won't be putting any points into any of Dogmeat's perks. Oops, I haven't moved for a while. I won't be putting any perks into Dogmeat's perk, which increases, or not increases, but makes it so that he can cripple limbs, and you've got an increased chance to hit certain parts in VATS. And that's pretty much it. So let's take a look, actually. I'm going to turn on the HUD. I just don't want the HUD on there to start. Let me take... Oh, and by the way, this is Betty Draper. Let's take a look. I think I did a pretty decent job on Betty Draper. This is more... Let me get her out of the... Let me get her into the sunlight. This is more... I would say this is more, end of season 5, beginning of season 6 Betty Draper. I think season 5 or season 6 where she gained a little bit of weight. She got a little bit of weight here. This young lady definitely have some wide hips. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is a Mad Men reference, which I think fits with the 1950s, 60s motif that definitely that Bethesda's Fallouts go for. But let's take a look at the perks or the specials that I've got Betty Draper set up with. So she's got 4 strength, and the reason I've got 4 strength is 1, so that she can get blacksmithing, armorer, and big leagues. Probably going to be using a lot of melee weapons in here because I'm not going to be carrying too many guns. I've given her 1 in perception. This is because you can get a perception bobblehead super early, and I probably will be using rifles. And so I figured, okay, we can put this point in perception somewhere else. Definitely she's going to have a high endurance. Right now I've got her endurance set to 5. I'm absolutely going to be going for toughness. And I don't think I'm going to go for Kim Resistance. I might go for Aqua Girl. I would love to go for Adamantium Skeleton and Cannibal because you find a lot of human enemies in the world. And I don't think Stimpaks are going to be... Stimpaks are definitely not rare out there. In the previous playthrough, like over 20 hours, I had over 100 Stimpaks. But I think that's as far as I would probably go in endurance. Charisma needs to get up to... Well, Charisma is at 6. And that's for a very specific reason. Since we're not going to be using fast travel, we will have to take advantage of Local Leader. And what Local Leader does is it establishes supply lines between your workshop settlements, which means when you come across a settlement, you will have access to the workbench area. And what that does is it allows you to store items in one location and then pick them up at another. Yeah, that kind of is sort of cheating, but I feel like, I don't want to say it's cheating. I think it's a fair compromise. You know what I mean? Am I going to run all the way back to Sanctuary or just, pick up all my items and then dump them at the next settlement I find and liberate? No, come on. That to me is a bit much. This makes it a little bit better in that I am, going to be leading. Spoiler alert, I am going to be leading the Minutemen. So, hey, yeah, I want caravans running so that when I'm out doing my missions, I have this stuff available. Won't be taking any of these other ones except for the Lone Wanderer perk. I think that will be the first perk that I actually put a point in. It's not really overpowered, really. I mean, you're not getting that much. You're getting, at best, 30% less damage and 100% 100 extra carry weight before level 20, which isn't that great. For intelligence, I really debated on intelligence, but the thing about intelligence that I really, really wanted was the Chemist perk. Chemist makes your drugs last twice as long at level 2. On my playthroughs, I didn't get beyond level 30, so I didn't really see this one higher. But at this level, your chems are lasting 3 times as long. The base chems, I believe, last about 5 minutes, like buff out and cycle those 5 minutes. So at the max rank, they last 15 minutes. But the combination drugs, which I think are the better ones, such as Buff Tats, which combines Buff Out and Mentats, and Cycle Buff, those last 8 minutes. So at the far end, you're getting 24 minutes out of your chems, which is insane. I'll probably also be making use of Scrapper, which is really good. It allows you to get it allows you to get the rare items back from anything you break down. So you'll be collecting a ton of weapons out in the Commonwealth that you're just not going to use. Great, break them down, because some of them have items that you can really, really, really take advantage of. And the only other one was the luck skill tree. I think I want to get it to level 7 at some point, just for critical banker. I would like to do better criticals, because then you know, especially if you've got a melee, your critical shots are doing a crazy amount of damage. Nothing in the critical or in the agility tree, which is good for VATs. The critical tree is all about VATs and, evasion, but not really going to be spitting much in that. Yeah, so for perception, I'm only going to get up to 2 so I can get rifleman. I'm not going to be putting I don't think any points in the beginning into hacker or locksmithing. Why? Because you're not getting a whole lot of stuff from this. Most of the lore is behind novice level terminals, and definitely locksmithing is not worth it as far. And I don't want to say it's not worth it, but the stuff you get from here it's like whatever, you know. I'm I'm struggling. Other than the cryolator that's in the beginning of the vault, other than the cryolator, I can't remember the master lock that I came across that I was like, oh, this was definitely worth it. Hacking maybe, because it does there are some terminals that contain some stuff, but most of the quests I came across, you were able to complete those without any one of these, without using any of the lockpicking or hacking to circumvent any of those. So that's pretty much my play philosophy: survivability, and some decent damage. I'm probably not going to be using the power armor too much, which is also why I'm going to go for toughness. And Lone Wanderer, mostly because you got to lug that thing around with you. At some point in the game, you have a ton of power cores, but you know, not really going to be just lugging that thing around me, parking it at every, you know, settlement or whatever. So other than the one you get, which is really garbage, I'm not gonna be using it that much. So that's it. Yeah, definitely. So that's what my design philosophy is going to be with this game. All right, so let's get this started. Right now, we want to head on over to Sanctuary, meet up with our. Oops, let me turn the HUD back on. I wish it wasn't either turn HUD completely off, or turn it completely on. I wish there was like a something where you could set the HUD, or what would it be? Minimal HUD or something like that, you know what I mean, where you only have just as much information on your screen as you need. I'm running over here actually to start because I want to get some of the hub flowers. And hub flowers are used in Psycho, and if you're not taking the drugs in this game, I don't want to say you're doing it wrong, but you are severely gimping yourself. The chems in this game, given how I don't want to say difficult, but it is, I would say, one of the more difficult of Bethesda's games. Just given how difficult it is. I mean, some of these enemies, you walk out here and you start facing like a level 1 enemy. I've been in places where there were level 1 enemies mixed in with level 20, 22 enemies, which is outrageous to me. And then you put it on, let me just check this too. This should be on hard. Cool. Then you put it on like very hard or survival. I don't know who is having a good time playing this game on survival. The enemies are absolute. I don't want to say they're bullet sponges. They're definitely not. if you've specced into the luck tree. They're certainly not bullet sponges, but you know, they're not going to go down easy. Uh, and I've always hated that about developers in terms of how they deal with difficulty in their game. You know, I feel like damage modifiers are like the laziest way of doing that, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. You know, you've basically got to accept their design philosophy when it comes to handling difficulty in their game, or just, you know, putting it at a level that, you know, maybe is a bit too low for you. Look at all this wild corn. I actually didn't know all this wild corn was behind here. Corn is really good too. Corn, and I believe it's potatoes, which I think are their tomato potato hybrid out here in the Commonwealth. Corn and potatoes are used to make adhesive, which is super useful in this game. Like, it is dumbly useful. And I'll definitely be taking advantage of... There's a tent over here, and there's some wild dogs, though. Whoa. A raider all the way already here. Holy crap. Do they see me? Nope. Where am I, actually, on the map? I will be taking a look at the map. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I didn't know there was actually anyone. Oh god, those are blood fights. I totally walked into that one. Holy fuck. I totally walked into this. Okay, cool. They die with one hit to the, Look at all this damage already that I'm taking. This radiation damage that I'm taking. Oh, it looked like there was something on my back shoulder for a second there. Obviously, I'll be using VATS. I think a no VATS. I'm sure a no VATS playthrough would be fun for someone. Not for me. It's probably a lot easier if you're going a melee only or a melee only build, but that's not what we're really going for. That's not the spirit of this game. Where the hell are those other bugs? Bloatfly meat is really great. You can make baked bloatfly, which is a great healing item. Well, heck. You know, I kind of wonder how many. Oh, okay. Looks like I only have one save. That can't be right. Huh, apparently so. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I saved before leaving the vault. I wonder how many enemies are over here. I see an attack dog. I see an attack dog and a raider. Let's see if I can't get a critical hit or a sneak attack hit off this guy. I'm detected. No, I'm not. See how fast this pistol, or far this pistol. Okay. Pretty decent damage. Cool. Boom. Nice. Oh gosh, look at that. Oh, it's not an irradiated dog. Oh boy. Bottle cap, sure. Plastic. Okay, I'll give that to dog meat. Oh boy. Okay, he's right there. He's hiding. Shit. How is this missing? Or how did that one shot miss? I'm playing with a controller. So, nice. Playing with a controller. So, it's not going to be as precise as a mouse and keyboard. I don't think you really need to be that much in this game. Definitely not on hard mode. Oh, you jerk. Some nice cycle right off the bat. Kind of feel bad sometimes about taking taking the clothes off of these guys. I wish you could put the clothes back on them. More rat meat is good too. I wish you could put the clothes back on them. You know, I'll sleep real quick. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I don't need to sleep. Yeah, I wish you could put the clothes back on these folks. Give them some bit of dignity out here in the wasteland. Wildcat. Pipe pistol. Okay. I don't care about putting the clothes back on the intellect and perception up by 1. I kind of like the way that mechanic suit. Oh, she was a red rocket. Oh, she was a red rocket. I thought I heard something. I wish they did something a little bit better with the way the armor system is. Because there are a lot of armor pieces in this game that would look really, really sweet. But you can't use, or I mean, the base armor that would look really, really good, but you can't use them unless you want to take some serious hits. Some serious hits to your damage rating or your defense rating. Like if you're going to go for like a Betty Draper playthrough, you know, you find yourself like a cream and tan dress, or I know there's like some summer top and shorts that you can get that she would look totally good. And then, you know, get yourself some Raider armor pieces, and you'd be totally a 1950s road warrior mama. We'll go down here. There's this guy tried to hold out as long as he could. Obviously, it did not quite work out for him. But he tried. Sure, I'll take a mop. She is Betty Draper. She probably would like to do a little bit of cleaning here. In the wasteland. Gwinnett Stout. Or Gwinnett Stout. Although I pronounce it Gwinnett. I do live in Georgia. Not from Georgia, though. I mean, come on now. And there's a Gwinnett County. I don't know if there's a Gwinnett City. I don't think I can unlock this, right? This one requires 1 point unlocks lockpicking. I might get 1 point, right? 1 point in each of those, because there are a ton of advanced locks in this game. Definitely a lot of novice locks, but a ton of advanced locks in this game. The novice locks are obviously there in the main story portions of the game. And you know, because obviously they didn't want to leave. Oh, I think I saw something. Yep, there's a blowfly in there. Let's do a little extermination. That's totally not gonna hit. Yes, it is. Look at that. Look at that. Here comes another one. There's boom. Wow, another critical hit. I guess my luck is pretty decent. Should be another one in here, right? I hear it. How is this gonna hit? This is not gonna hit. She's right in front of. She's. Bam. Awesome. So with that critical banker, oh, formal hat. With that critical banker, I'd be able to now save up save up your criticals, which is actually a pretty useful skill. I think this is an expert lock, right? No, it's an office lock. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Yep, we have 1 bobby pin. Obviously, we're gonna get a ton of bobby pins in this game. Same thing, like they give you way too many bobby pins to the point where it doesn't even matter. And what the funny thing is that the max level skill for lock picking is not that high. It's like at level 30 or something. You get the skill where you're able to make it so that you do not break bobby pins, and I'm pretty sure bobby pins have no weight to them. I don't know. It to me it just seems like a really silly level to give you that skill. They basically give you the what was it? The skeleton key from Skyrim. I'll keep the pipe pistol. I don't need my husband's wedding ring. So yeah, you'll notice that I cut out. I started in the beginning of the game. Well, not in the beginning. After the vault, you can totally find introductions. I just did not want to put that back on there.
Oh, it's really you.
It's really me. You're still here.
Codsworth, you're still here. So other people could still be alive too.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of
General Atomics.
International. But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state.
Oh boy.
Where is Sir, by the way?
Too soon, Codsworth. Too soon. They killed him.
They killed him.
Excuse me.
These things you're saying, these terrible
Excuse me.
things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood.
He thinks I'm a hysterical woman.
Ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades.
Charades.
Sure does so love that game. is the lad with you?
Again, too soon. Codsworth, your ability to hit my buttons already is astounding. They stole him.
He's gone. God damn it. Someone took him. They stole my baby.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
I feel fine, asshole.
Doesn't matter how long it's been. I feel fine.
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
I don't need any damn food. Are you okay, idiot?
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve.
You're a robot. You don't care.
I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood.
Aww.
Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car. How do you polish rust?
You don't. You need to focus. Stop it.
Stop it. Get to the point.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. the bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry, I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet.
Anything
Have you
dangerous?
seen anything dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, Mum. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Shall I investigate?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, Mum.
I'm always curious, where did he get the flamer fuel after all this time, right?
Hello. Fancy a bit of fisticuff?
Oh boy.
Picking up hostile. Found you. Bug it off.
Oh boy. I hear somebody else. Oh, kill the insects.
Family isn't here either.
Is this a... oh, another novice lock. Sweet. Still only have one bobby pin. And the way I think these bobby pins work is that... yep. Oh boy. They keep their lockpicking damage in between lockpicks. So if you if you've damaged it in a previous one and then you go to pick it, like even the slightest touch, boom, broken. Some bubble yum. Where the hell? Oh, he's over there. I was like, where did this buffoon go? No, I already cleared this one out.
Codsworth.
Miss Draper. Sir and young Sean. They aren't here.
It's a waste of time.
Happy? This whole thing was a waste of time.
I only wanted to help, Mum, but maybe you could try Concord. I've seen people in that area, and they're only slightly heavily armed.
Slightly heavily armed. You're useless.
There's still people alive in Concord?
That's what Betty Draper would say.
Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighborhood, and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and secure the home front.
You do that, Codsworth. All right, I already killed all these guys in here. We're gonna do a quickie scouring. I just want some bobby pins. Even though I'm not going to invest heavily into hacking or lockpicking, there's definitely lockpicks or locks that can be picked in this game with a low skill like that. 38 rounds. It's always good to check everything. Still, I'm still super curious on how the hell they have electricity. Like all the radios work, but why don't the TVs? Well, I can see why the TVs don't work. No one is broadcasting. No one's actually. I think this is my house. No, it's not. No one's actually on the air. But yeah, how the hell do the radios work? I guess everything works off of. Oh yeah, this is the one I can't get into. Everything works off of. There might be some in here. Yep, 6 bobby pins. Nice. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Okay. Slow and steady, not over there. Come on. Cool.
Nice.
Blood pack buff out, definitely good. Mint hats, already have a pipe pistol. I'll take it. I'll just dump it into the summer shorts. Well, let me see. Can you actually wear anything under these summer shorts? You cannot wear a chest piece, which is okay. Yeah. Look at that. Nice 1950s Betty Draper. Who's gonna be wearing some Raider? Oh, look, and she's even got the white shoes on. Lovely. I'm working backwards. I do like the badunk on this young lady. I think it suits her very well. I believe this is my house, so we'll grab the Grognark, which will add 5% damage, and then we're also going to grab. We're going to grab the. There's a Your Special in this area, and what that does is it gives me. Whoops. It allows me to put 1 point. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, it allows me to put 1 point in any of the specials, and that point I was going to put was going to be in not perception. What did I say I was going to put it in? I'll put it into science because we can get the intelligence bobblehead pretty quick. I'm not really sure where the luck bobblehead is, but I'll put it in science. And that'll take us to level 6 with Scrapper. Or not science, but intelligence. It also increases the amount of XP gain that you get. Although Idiot Savant, I was debating taking that, but it's like, well, at some point, you run out of levels, right? Leveling is not that difficult in this game. You level pretty fast. I don't want to say fast, but you level pretty easily in this game. It's not been a problem. I don't want green. I want a red bandana. It's not been a problem for me. I'll keep this because it only has 1 weight to it. See if we can't find any more bobby pins or lockpicks in here. Yeah, leveling has not been a problem for me in this game. The Ushanka hat. Okay, we'll put it on. Increases my intelligence. Oh boy. Too bad there's no bonnet in this game. I think that'd be kind of fun. I'm probably not going to wear the summer shorts the entire game. Although I think that would be kind of funny. With some of the pieces, the armor pieces you get, you could absolutely forego any other armor pieces and just wear whatever the hell you want to wear. I know there's also this really great armor set that you get from a quest that has pretty decent defense. It's definitely a armor set that you would probably take if you were going for a more stealthy based build. It doesn't give you any more stealth, but it's very lightweight, and it has an excellent amount of defense on it. And I totally forgot to grab some stuff from my house, or where I was living. Nah. All that'll give me is cloth when you break it down. Yeah, but I forgot to grab something in my house. Let me just run back there real quick. There's just some items. There's a Mr. Handy Fuel, and then there's something in here if I'm not mistaken. A plastic bowl. Hooray! Okay, that was not. Let me check the mirror. That was not. Weird. You would think they would put something in my mirror. It's pretty interesting, but okay. All right, let's head over to the Red Rocket Station. Go pick up my dog. The only thing I'm not looking forward to with the dog, and it's the same with all the companions. They tend to get in your way a lot. When you're, oh boy, totally forgot about you. I don't want to say that roach came out of nowhere. Um, wow. Stomped with conviction. I know those white shoes are probably the worst shoes to be using to do that. Okay. But yeah, the companions, they're useful, and I like some of their backstories, but... and I don't know how much of that we're going to see, seeing as I'm not going to be using them. You know, the interesting thing is, like, I'm curious if you have a companion, but you simply tell them to stay, if they still are able to get, like, the... So the reason you want a companion is, or with you, is that they'll respond to things you do, and that's how you develop your relationship with them. For example, one of the companions is Piper, which you'll meet very, very soon. And Piper, she apparently likes it when you lockpick things. Don't know why, but she really, really does. And at some point, if you lockpick enough, you know, they'll start saying, hey, do you have time to talk? And, you know, we've traveled around so far. Postman's uniform. That might be fun. Oh, but you can't wear anything under it, but your endurance increases. This just tells us about... wow, already a level up. So we're definitely going to put something... We're definitely going to put a quick point in the... We're going to put a quick point into... a Lone Wanderer. And you see our carry weight increased by 50, just right off the bat. So now we're going to take 15% less damage, which is good. It's not a whole lot in the beginning, but definitely helps with survivability. Yeah, this is the chem dealer here, and that computer has a bunch of shit on it talking about who he's been selling drugs to. I think we have enough to make some chems, actually. I know that flamer fuel... So I believe to make Psycho, you need flamer fuel. So see, we can make buff tats, which is really good. You need just buff out and mentats. Mentats... So this one only increases your intelligence and perception, but buff tats increases your strength and endurance, and +3. I don't know why you would increase your... Well, I know why. The intelligence perception increase your XP gain and your accuracy and VATS, but I've yet to have a really real problem with accuracy and VATS. Strength and endurance is much, much better, and plus you get that +65 health. That's nuts. So I'll make one of those, since all it costs is buff out and mentats. And here we go, awesome. I can make, 2 psychos, so we'll go ahead and do that. And this is what I was talking about. The great thing about these combination drugs, they totally stack. So you can stack Psycho Buff with Psycho, with Buff Tats, and Buff Jet if you wanted to. The only thing that doesn't stack is when you get something that when you're getting something like the Jet for slowing down time, that will not stack. So you can't use Buff Jet with Jet. And there's another one, Psycho Jet, because you've already got time slowed down. All right, let's head on over to the Red Rocket Station and go pick up dog meat. I believe there's some rad roaches in here. Look at that. Stomped on with impunity. But actually, since we're by the cooking station, let me go ahead and make some rad roach. Oops. Let me go ahead and make some rad roach meal, which is really interesting because it's like, well, she just got here. How the hell does she know? One, yeah, how does she know that she can make grilled rad roach? Two, why would she? Right? How does she know that she can even eat this stuff? I'm not eating this stuff. You know, it's a giant roach that we just saw. Maybe you know, we didn't see, but she and Codsworth had a discussion about chef's hat. Come on now. They had a discussion about the finer points of Commonwealth dining, and eating some rad roach was on there. We'll take those grenades. We'll definitely come back here, or we'll have to come back here, and we will clean up Sanctuary City. Not Sanctuary City. There are Sanctuary Cities. I'm not going to wear that drifter outfit, but I'll take it anyway. I don't want that tire iron. And actually, I totally screwed that up. The next perk I'll take will be local leader, because I totally screwed that up. I meant to take local leader first.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
So we can set up...
You want to come with me, pal?
so we can set up the Red Rocket Station. Although,
Okay.
not really needed.
Let's stick together.
Let me put this on. I forget, is there anything in here? Yeah. Okay. The funny thing is, I have yet to find the bobblehead... I've yet to find the bobblehead station where you can put all your bobbleheads. I know you can put your comic books in a magazine rack. Look at that. She just threw down that she threw down that telephone. She was not having it. There is this has a Nuka-Cola in it. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what triggers the mole rats to come out here, but they do pop out at some point. Here we go. Oh God! I hate. Oh! How dare you! How dare you hit me? Oh! Oh boy! Dog meat loves a little mole rat meat. There's a mole rat den beneath us that we'll clear out real quick. Just some quick XP to start the game, which is never bad. Should be around here though. But yeah, this game is about yeah, it's about a week. It's right now. It is the Thursday after launch. Sold 12 million, or they shipped 12 million copies. I'm sure I could go into a Best Buy right now, or a Target or GameStop. Guarantee they have Fallout available, but I have no doubt that this thing sold a ridiculous amount of copies at that their launch week, even with all of the quote unquote controversies or so-called controversies surrounding with the so-called controversies surrounding the game. I have no idea what kind of controversies those are. Oh, there you are. Well, I don't know. Oh, I mean, there's been some controversy. So at least for the PC version, things have been kind of smooth for me. I have run into some bugs. Have I run into any bugs as insane as previous Bethesda titles? Not even close. Not even close. this is definitely their most polished game as far as I'm concerned. Will there be bugs? Of course there'll be bugs. It's a fucking huge open world game based on the Gamebryo system. It's a fusion core based on Gamebryo. You know there's gonna be bugs. You know, but I think overall they've done a really good job of handling things. There was a Digital Foundry. It's a European magazine. Digital Foundry, I believe, is through Eurogamer. Or they probably started off independent, kind of like how like 538.com started off as like an independent thing, and then I think the Washington Times or the New York Times got it for a while, and then it was even on ESPN, or ESPN linked it for a minute, but oh, of course, what a time to reload. That was my fault. I think ESPN got him. It's a guy named Nate Silver. He's very popular in the statistics realm because he's like a kind of a rock star statistician. His main claim to fame is predicting with most of the 2008 election. Come on, dude. See, here we're already starting with a guy in the way. He predicted with really high accuracy a lot of the 2008 political matchups. Correctly predicted the way the House was going to go, which politicians were going to go, and which states were going to go to which of the two candidates, Barack Obama or John McCain. Which is good, you know. Definitely, you know, a lot of people have this old school way of doing political polling and whatnot, and he came out and introduced real stats to it, you know, and definitely made a name for himself. But the point of that story is that he had a web like 538, and which refers to the number of electoral college votes, and I'd already saved for me, and he was like partnered up with some of these other websites for a while. But one of his main things was was baseball. This guy always runs away. Look at this shit. This guy always runs away. I don't remember what the point of that story was. Oh, I was talking about Digital Foundry and Fallout controversies. Forget Nate Silver. Oh, maybe I'll talk about Nate Silver a little while longer. He's an interesting guy, most definitely. But Digital Foundry, they looked at the console version, and the console version has this weird thing where the game stutters, and it literally falls to 0 frames per second. Which is bad, definitely, but it's one of those things where it's like it's not a constant thing. I played the console version. I played both versions for an extended amount of time, and it's not even close to that bad. You just stutter. Everything stutters for once. It's not like you're aiming and it's a weird way to explain it because it's literally just like a freeze. You know, everything freezes though. It's not you. You know what I mean? It's like it to me it doesn't affect gameplay other than the fact that the game is not playing anymore because you're frozen. Which is bad, sure, but it's like, I don't know. People were talking about, well, this is the worst performing game this gen, which is mind-numbingly stupid because when people talk about the worst performing games, they're talking about a consistent gaming experience. For the most part, the console version of this game is a 30 frames per second experience. It is a smooth experience. You know, when Pete Hines whose brashness I've... Oh boy, Raiders and their chit-chat. Pete Hines, who I don't really appreciate the dude's brusqueness sometimes. I mean, he has his, like, you know, he has his Twitter, he has his Twitter account that he uses, and the dude just comes off kind of douchey, I guess, sometimes. But you know, he's still a decent enough guy, I'm sure. He's, you know, whoops. He's the evangelist. Look at this idiot coming at me with a fucking knife. Only a raider brings a knife to a gunfight. You know, Pete Hines is definitely their evangelist. Oops. So he's definitely, you know, going to support them. Let me give Dogmeat this sweet bandana. But one of the things he said was, oh, you know, it's a smooth 30 frames per second experience. And it's not exactly, and it is for the most part. For the great majority of the game, it is absolutely a smooth 30 frames per second experience. Except for, you know, some parts of the game. Not a whole lot. And not for very long. I know you probably found something, buddy. But people were pointing to that, you know, oh, ha, 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 you know, look at what this idiot said, you know, so-and-so when the game was about to release. Bethesda, such liars.
Hey, up here,
I know.
on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
Well, it's not really my big problem, but I will. And let me talk to Dogmeat again and give him these sick goggles. Oh. I should have leveled up there. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll level up. I do not need local leader just yet. I believe we'll level up again before this is through. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and take toughness. I'm gonna go ahead and take toughness, especially if I'm wearing, you know, this vault suit and these summer dresses. So we'll take, yeah, we'll go ahead and take toughness. Cool. So now we should have, yeah, 14 damage resistance off the bat, which is good, which is a decent amount of damage resistance. When freedom calls, Betty Draper answers. Okay. Discover the Museum of Mystery. All right, I want to get this stuff off here. Yeah. It's all right. So let's go ahead and enter the Museum of Freedom and see about helping our soon-to-be new Minutemen friends.